I think one of the great moments was being able to take my dad to a Sinatra concert and then introduce him to Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
And
But that would have been more like your dad manifested that.
I manifested it to pay back my dad for being a great dad, you know?
That's beautiful.
I mean, I've manifested a lot of friendships, I think, over the years. Stern, I know you don't have issues.
Not a fan.
I always liked him and the Beach Boys. I mean, like I manifested.
There you
that.
go.
I think, you know.
And like seeing you with Mike, the way you are tight with Mike Love it's very sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you've probably been on this thing where you go like, you know, be listening. When you sang, like, how did you come up with that? Or where, you know, and they'll tell you, right? Because they love telling stories.
Yeah.
Michael tells stories about it.
Ringo's a great example.
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know,
that's right. You would have.
Yeah, I toured with him. I mean, we've become really good friends and written songs together. And
did he come to your birthday, your 60th?
He didn't come to the 60th, but he came to our wedding party.
Did he? We were playing at Ravinia, and it was Ringo and the Beach Boys. And of course, we were going on first. And I remember the first night, and I knew like his band, like all those guys, Bissonette and Lukather, and you were one of those guys too. And we went on like early, like 5 or something. And I figured, they're gonna roll in later, you know, I'm playing. And then I do this drum solo in the middle of some song, and the bass player goes, "Let's go there." Ringo and Bissonette are looking at me. And then I'm in my dressing room later, and he comes to my room and goes, "You play a lot of fills, man." You know,
Wow.
I know, sorry. Took a picture with my kid. He was great.
Yeah, he's so cool. And when we first started touring together, it was me, Billy Squire, Sheila E.
Oh, really?
Some great.
Who was playing drums?
Sheila
Kid?
and Ringo.
Right.
Yeah. But somebody had said, you know, don't ask him about the Beatles.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, well, what the fuck do I want to be here for? But I was a little bummed out, but I was like, okay, whatever. So we do the rehearsals in
How many
Toronto.
shows did you do?
I did about 22 shows with him.
Wow.
And the first actual show after a few days of rehearsals, we're at some outdoor venue and I'm in my dressing room waiting and we've done sound check and he's just bored. He's just walking up and down the hall and my door's open and he looks in and he goes, "What are you doing in here?" And I was like, and he just comes in and we start talking. And I forget how I didn't ask him a question, but I said, I was telling some story about whatever. And he goes, "Oh, you know, I remember when we did,
Rubber Soul?
And I realized, so then I asked him a question and then he tells me another story. And I was like, he fucking loves to talk about this.
Yeah, right.
So that became.
I find most of them do. They do like talking about it. They're great, you know.
But do you find with like those guys in Beach Boys or some of the other people you've worked with, I find that even like Kenny Loggins sitting where you are, I have this weird, like Kenny's a great example. He's been my friend for 40 years. We played racquetball together back in the day. And we've but then every once in a while I'll be talking to him and I'll go, fuck, it's Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Do you have that with?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And do you have this thing where, I wanted to ask you about.
Ringo?
No. That was the coolest to play with him? Who else have you played with you on stage that you go like, oh my God, I'm playing? Like
Last year with Rod.
Yeah.
I just went to see him because we played the same venue back to back, so I stayed over.
Right.
And we'd become friends in the last couple of years. So I said, "Hey, I see you're playing the night after. So if I stay over, can we?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do. We'll go out after. Well, not go out, but like have dinner and stuff." So I came to the show, and I've seen him so many times. And we're in the backstage, and I know his band, and a couple of his band members actually played with me years ago. So we're sitting there talking, and Rod comes in. He goes, "I got to do my vocal warm-ups," but he said, "So we're going to hang after." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, by the way, Dickie, you're getting up tonight. What song you want to do?" And I went, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, here's the set list. Pick one." And I said, well, "Some guys have all they use." "Great, perfect." So that's what we did.
And you just sang it together with him and you were like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's the greatest.
It was amazing.
I was friends with Fogerty.
You were? Like he's not dead.
I still am. And
you're friends with him, but he's not friends with you.
He used to live here, you know.
I know, for a minute.
He moved out because they wouldn't let him build a studio in his house.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping to run into him because I've never met him.
He's the greatest.
Did you work with him? Did you play with him?
So it was during Full House, and my friend Roger was working at this pizza place. So Santa Pietro's up there in Beverly Glen, where he used to come in all the time. Maybe they were friends. And his daughter got hit by a car. She was okay, but she had a broken leg or something. And Fogarty asked my friend Roger, do you think John will come over and cheer her up and say hi? He asked me, fuck yeah. So I go over there, say hi, and I said, we're having a Christmas party coming up. Can I ask if your daughter gets better, would you guys like to come to the Christmas party? The whole cast will be there. Like, yeah. So they come, and I have this little band set up in this Mexican restaurant, and we're playing there, and he's sitting there, and he hadn't played. He was pissed off at Creedence, wasn't playing any of the songs, and he goes, I said, look, I don't want you to think that I invited you just to play, but I don't want to be rude and not ask you. He said, would it be okay? I'm like, yeah. We're at a little Mexican restaurant. And he gets up and goes, do you guys know Proud Mary? Do
you know Proud Mary?
Sings the shit out of it, plays the hell out of it. And I said, well, we're having a rap party. This Christmas, then the rap party was coming up. He said, can I just be the guitar player in the band? Like, sure, yeah. So he was in love with singing.
But that's the thing I've heard about him is that this blew my mind. This is like 15 years ago. I saw an interview with him, and he was taking guitar lessons.
Right. Yeah,
he took guitar lessons again because he said, I felt like I had bad habits and I want to play differently. And I really admire that.
His voice sounds, it's like yours.
Same.
It's lasted, forever.
Yeah.
So I was at his birthday party. I guess it was his 60th or something. And, no, maybe his 50th. And he invites me to the thing. And it's all his it's in his living room, it's about this big. And he had like this Zydeco band, kind of a band set up, accordions and stuff. And, I'm there, and it was back when he was having it recorded like a professional, but it was like with this big cameras and
right.
But just for them, And he asked me to come on stage and play something, and I didn't really know Creedence songs. But
what?
I know but the bass player was great, and the drummer. If you're watching, man, I owe you a car because So I'm playing, and then Fogarty says, Bruce, get up here. Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-huh.
And there's Springsteen, Fogarty.
Fuck me.
And they're just calling song after song after song. And I go look at drum, I go, do you want your seat back? He goes, no, go ahead.
It was like covers. They were doing covers though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Bruce wanted to hear Fogarty, so he's calling like Green River and, Born on the Bayou and Fogarty, Springsteen's just playing tambourine and I'm playing gaga. And that was one of those moments.
Yeah.
Where,
Like how did I
get here? Yeah. I think that a lot.